Happy Manliness Monday, YouTube. So today, I want to talk to you about beard styles. And the reason I'm bringing this up today is, I believe it was last week, I got a troll on my tutorial on how to put a beard bead in. He said that this is a juvenile attempt at a beard, and the fact that I grow out my cheeks in winter is laughable at best. Well, it's nice to have a personal opinion. He did two things that really do bug me, and one of them is he tried to alienate me from a community. So that's one. And number two, he used a logical fallacy, which is the no true Scotsman fallacy. Now, I really wanted to rail at him in the comment section. That wouldn't have been productive. I would only lose. Even if I won the argument to all of my other subscribers, to all the other people that watch my channel, this channel, I would have come off as brash, boorish, probably even crass. So instead, I'd like to take this as a teaching moment. Not just for him, but for the community as a whole. Beards are, by definition, any facial hair that grows out of your face. Now, there are a few sections to beards, and there are many different styles, more than I can even cover in here. And there's a variety of reasons why you choose what style you want. Namely, style, personal style. It shapes your face a certain way, or it gives you a certain feeling about yourself. Personally, I have this nice elongated goatee with my mustache at about a medium length. I trim the tops and leave the sides long. Personally, I think it makes my face look a little bit longer and thinner. And I also like having the extra length to put a bead in. And then when I grow my cheeks in the winter, that's more for the second purpose, which is a physical necessity. It gets cold where I live, and that just gives me a little extra warmth. I enjoy being outside, even in the middle of winter. I prefer winter and fall to spring and summer. A hairy fat guy, I melt in the heat. So I like the cold. And that just helps me enjoy it a little bit more. Now, on to style. There are a number of websites that you can find different styles in, but I'm going to read you off a few from beardbro.net, which is actually a really cool website if you want to learn a little bit more about each style. They give you a pretty good description. And I'm going to link them and several others in the description to this video. And they have really cool pictures. I don't know if you can see that or if it's like blurry or whatever, but they have really cool pictures on here too, so it gives you a good idea of what you're looking at. Now, this article here that I have is just the top 10 facial hair, top 10 beard styles for men in 2017. Bandholz. Now, this is a really cool one because it goes with a bunch of different styles of faces, but to me it looks like there's a bit of a fade around your ears, and towards the bottom of your cheeks it starts to get longer. Your chin is real long, and your mustache is real bushy, and your soul patch is not trimmed at all. And it looks kind of like a bit of a scruff type look, which is actually really nice. Number two is the uniform beard, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's just a uniform beard all across. Everything's about the same length. Razor's Edge. They actually give you tips on how to grow this one. Grow your mustache, shave it curly at the tip. Looks like it's a bit more of a fade and a lot more work on your mustache. It looks like the soul patch is a little bit more tamed. Oh, there's actually a third reason. There are religious reasons to grow a beard. I know in Muslim communities it's customary to grow a beard. Amish communities, you grow your entire beard with one exception, your mustache. I actually know the reason for this. I forget exactly what time period it was, but mustaches were all the rage in Europe and America, and they saw them as being a symbol of pride and vanity. And if you know anything about the Amish, they are 100% against it, to the point of being prideful of how unprideful they are. Either way, they grow everything but shave the mustache. It's an interesting look once you see it in person, especially because a lot of them are gingers, kind of like me. Their hair is a lot more bright red though. Mine's more of a dark red, and there's a lot of different colors in it. Short and tapered, which is a heavy fade all the way down, and everything else is pretty short. A thin beard, This one here is lines for days, but it doesn't look any different to me than the shortened taper, just a different face on it. Short beard with a mustache. This one's actually really interesting because they have everything else short here. It looks like they have the sides of your lips shaved and then your mustache. I guess that helps accentuate your mustache a little bit. You have the bold and thick, the faded beard, and they give long descriptions underneath each one. Ooh, and they actually give you a bunch of different other ones here too. Like the warrior, it's just basically a massive beard that you have braided, which at the bottoms on this one there's 2 beard beads, which I also make. Go check them out. You can see the video tutorial that I have, and see what his comments were. Or you can check out my Etsy, which is also linked in the description below. The boss, basically just a nice big long beard. Handlebars plus beard. Handlebars are more of a mustache style than a beard style. With your traditional beard and its sections, you have the neck, the chin, the cheeks, the soul patch, and the mustache. So for like handlebars, you grow your mustache out. You kind of do one of these little doohickeys here. I don't know how well it's going to take. I did just put a little bit of beard balm in, which I actually made myself. So with the handlebars, you have the beard come out and kind of hook around. And I actually did make my own beard balm. I haven't gotten the labels yet. This is my first one. I'm testing it out. It's the Mountain Mint flavor. It's a medium strength hold. I call it the Bush Wrangler. Strong enough to handle the wild bush. But it does have a really nice smell to it. That's going to be on the market soon for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I do. Everyone I've talked to has awesome opinions of it. I don't really like the handlebar mustache very much. I actually take mine, push it out, and curve it in a little bit. I find that helps accentuate my lips personally, which is another part of the style component you got going on. And myself, I have this elongated goatee. There's the extended goatee, which Robert Downey Jr. very often sports as Iron Man, which is a short goatee, but it extends up the sides of your face a little bit, and he usually shaves the sides of his lips there, right under his mustache. You have the circle beard, which is a medium length goatee. Basically, it forms a nice circle, more of an oval, around your face. So your goatee will come down to about here-ish. And obviously the extended goatee is like a circle goatee, except you just keep growing out the chin section. Now, there are also a variety of personal reasons that you grow a beard or don't grow a beard. I remember when I was in high school, all year long, I would, grow my beard out as much as I could. Usually an elongated goatee, and then I grow out the cheeks in the winter. And in the summer, I would shave everything off as a swim instructor. Now, the reason I did this was actually to hide from the parents of the students I taught in the summer. And it was funny because they could look right at me 2 months later and never think I was the same person. Well, all right, I did it for 2 reasons. That's the primary reason. But the secondary reason is once I did have a long goatee, and I was helping this kid learn how to dive off the diving board, and last second he got scared, clamped onto my face, and pulled me right down. That was an experience I didn't want to repeat. So, but I did talk to a number of friends I have online, and they did have a lot of interesting ways to deal with this situation. Currently, I have a goatee with a mustache, beard about 3/4 of an inch, mustache about 1/4 of an inch, and he used to have a full beard, a beard without a mustache, a chin strap beard, and a goatee without the mustache, short and long. A couple people told me to ignore the whole thing completely and just go on with my life. But, you know what? Teaching moments are good. Let's see, my one friend John said, just ignore. If you're going to be famous, you cannot take things like this personally. Which he's right. And at first I did take it personally. Once I was able to get over that initial rage and step back and look at things for what they were, I found that there would be much more utility in talking about it than ignoring it. I might be wrong. I might regret this tomorrow. How can I say I'm a self-improvement channel and a how-to channel if I don't try to improve upon things that I see as negatives? And the best way to do that is to turn that negative into a positive and to teach people about it. One friend here talked to me about the history of beards and not really focus on goatees. He has a good point. Goatees are just one type of beard, even though there are a variety. Now to the second main point of this video. This person brought up Gray Bailey, who I actually do watch his channel very often, and he is a great person. He seems like a great person to hang out with, and he is very knowledgeable about beards. That's what he does for a living. One thing that Mr. Bailey here does, the Sultan of Silver, as he calls himself, he does this segment like Beards Without Borders. And I think that's a very important segment because he's all about including people, getting everyone in. And I think the beard community, and that's what it is a community, should be about including people with beards of all types who grow them for all types of reasons and all types of styles. And I see nothing wrong with that. Well, with very, very, very limited exception. I think just one exception really, which was the Hitler little Hitler mustache. Which, as a little historical note, was grown that way for a very specific reason. Hitler did have an active role in World War I, and he was subject to a mustard gas attack. And the way the gas masks were at the time, that's the only type of beard you could have and still get your face inside the gas mask. And so he kept that for the rest of his life. A little historical note for you. Not that I agree with him. I think that mustache represents something very, very terrible and awful. And I'm not a big fan of it. Feel whichever way you want about that. But I think with that exception, I think beards of all styles should be brought into this community. Talk about why you grow them. How does it impact your life? What do you do to grow it better? Do you use any product in your beard? Do you use beard oil, beard balm? How do you cut it? How often do you cut it? Do you take supplements? What's your diet? Because they're also, even though most of your beard growth is genetic, there are a number of things you can do to help supplement that growth. And the number one thing you can do is a good, clean diet. Now, I'm still working on a good, clean diet, but there are a few things that you could eat that do help your beard growth. Number one is eggs. There's just a bunch of vitamins and nutrients in there that'll help you achieve your full potential. Actually, let me pull up a list for you. Okay, so the things you can eat to make your beard grow the best would be orange juice, potatoes, gelatin, Brazil nuts, raisins, beef, sugarworm. You can get sugar out of it. And eggs, lots of eggs. And a lot of these things that you can eat have different vitamins and nutrients that actually do improve your beard growth. You don't need to really take supplements or anything, just have a good diet. And your body will actually produce this chemical called biotin. And you can get a supplement for it if you really want, but you really only need a very small amount. Most of it in that supplement will just flush right through your body. Biotin controls a number of different things in your body, but a lot of it is your beard growth and strength and your nail strength. So if you have really brittle nails, or if you're pregnant, take some biotin. Otherwise, do what you can to increase the testosterone in your body. That'll help beard growth as well. Actually, it'll make all your hair grow. But I'm starting to digress and go off on a tangent. The best thing you can do is support each other and be gentlemen. Talk to each other and see what works best for somebody else, and then try to incorporate it into yourself. Gray Bailey does this segment, Beards Without Borders, and the whole point of it is to talk about his life and just some thoughts that come to him, but also to include people into a community. And that's what we should be doing, every single one of us. And this isn't just to harp on the troll that said, you don't have a real beard, that's a kitty beard, blah 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 blah. Not just him. Even though, yeah, he should be included in the community anyways, even if he is trying to put other people down for whatever reason he has. I asked for constructive criticism, asked what his point was on this, and he never gave me one, so I think there's some personal issues going on there that he's too sore to discuss. But he should be included in the greater community as well, because maybe then we could turn things around for him and give him a better outlook on life. Make him more inclusive, because he's probably feeling rather excluded right now, and that's not a good thing. And that's why I didn't harp on him in the comment section, even though initially I really, really wanted to dig into this guy. It wouldn't have done any good. It probably would have done more harm than good. Not just to my channel either, because as I'm doing this video and thinking about it a little bit more, there is probably something personal going on, and that's his way of either reaching out or lashing out in an attempt to control it. So I think if we included him in the community and helped bring everyone together, it would do him good as well. Remember, a rising tide lifts all ships. It's a nice little old proverb that for you. Not really sure where it comes from. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button and leave me some comments down in the section below. I really appreciate hearing what you have to say, even if it is negative. Just try and be constructive about it, so we can all get better together. I release new content every Monday and Friday to the best of my ability. I know I missed last week, but it happens. So every Monday, I do a Manliness Monday, where I release content talking about how to be a gentleman, beard safety, etiquette, camping stuff, beard styling and tips, and other assorted things of that nature. How to be at a party. And then on Fridays, I do project videos. Like I just talked about, doing the wire wrap beard bead. I made this camera stand from scratch. I do projects on my lathe and different things, mostly woodworking. And I try and keep it light and fun. So guys, if this is stuff that you're interested in, please hit that subscribe button so you get new updates and new content every Monday and Friday. I really appreciate having you here. And remember, being a boy is a matter of genetics. Being a man is a matter of age. Being a gentleman is a matter of choice. Be a gentleman. See you next week.